Good morning, or evening, or middle of the night, depending on where you are as you are joining this live stream for the replay. Let all the people know that we are here, that we are live, that we are ready to do the damn thing. I sat here and you can see the koi fish in this pond behind me. And I'm like, what a beautiful setting for this class. I'm sitting in a green chair, I'm wearing a green dress, I'm wearing labradorite earrings. We have all the money representation. Fish represent abundance. So we've got our koi fish here in the background. I can't say that I really particularly care for how loud this music is in here today, but it is what it is. Okay, let's say hi to all the people. Hey Talisha, hey Kristen, hey Shannon, hey Crystal, hey Mallory. Shannon, I know you just got in like right at the cutoff. I approved you right before I hopped in here. Mallory, Brandwin, Anita, Karen, Andrea. Am I gonna say it right? Adria, I think I said it right. Alexis, hi. I can't even say hi to all the people. Green is a color of abundance, certainly. But, you know, as Americans, we think the whole world revolves around us. So we just think that our money is the only money that matters. And it's green. Listen, I'm going to show you some. Do you guys want to see some? Okay, first of all, I'm indulging this morning. Look at this rock sugar. I'm putting it in my cappuccino because I feel that I deserve it. I'm also drinking a separated celery, apple, and cucumber juice, however. So I'm balancing out the sugar. Hello, everyone. My tripod's being a quitter. This tripod and I were not besties. Okay, look, I was gonna show you guys. Here's the ringgit, the Malaysian ringgit. Oh my gosh, this is super funny. So I thought I was taking $50 bills out of Sean's wallet, and I took $1 ones instead. So I don't know what $2 is gonna do for me, but there you have it. Okay, hold on. Hold, please. So Sean got food poisoning, I think from the lunch that he ate yesterday, and he's so sick. So he's upstairs puking his guts out currently in the hotel room. And Josiah is taking care of Jack. So that was Josiah was messaging me, asking about where the tripod, where the iPad was for Jack. So it's too bad, so sad and sucky for Sean. It had to have been like, doesn't food poisoning, isn't it like a 12-hour thing? 12 hours later you get sick. Don't think it was the delicious dinner that we had last night. No, I have not gotten a new tripod yet, and in fact, like, that was one of the things that we were supposed to go do today, and now it looks as if we're probably not going to be doing that because Sean is not feeling well. So we're gonna have to keep adjusting this tripod because it will slowly just like be cutting my head off, which is super annoying. I actually should have brought the other one down here. Oh well, we'll be okay. I did bring the tall one, but we'll be all right. We'll just adjust as we need to. up to 72 hours. Well, yeah, Kristen's the doctor, so I'm gonna trust her. 12 to 24 hours. Yeah, so it could have been his breakfast yesterday. I didn't eat breakfast with him, and we did not have the same thing at lunch, so. My stomach's feeling a little uneasy, to be honest, but not sick at all. Like, it just, usually from traveling I get that though, just like a little, like, almost feels like you're hungry. The green juice probably won't help it. But you know what will help it? The sugar and the coffee. Let's wait a few more minutes and let everybody get here. We'll wait 2 more minutes. Nobody's inciting shenanigans in here. I'm quite disappointed. Hey Maria, I'm so excited you're here too. I was so excited when I saw you registered. I was like, yes. One of my inner circle babes. Let's see. Yep, it's delicious. And I'm gonna eat this little cookie. No cocktail. It's 9 a.m. This is celery, cucumber, and apple, because they didn't have just celery. Ordinarily, I would have demanded what I desired, but I was busy getting ready for this class and I couldn't be bothered with having to explain to them that I only wanted celery juice, and I felt like it was going to turn into a whole thing, so I was like, no, we're just gonna roll with it. We're gonna get what we got. We're gonna get what we get and not have a fit. I'm totally gonna pick my teeth. Okay. Cookie wasn't a good idea, maybe. Can you guys see the koi fish? The comments are in the way, so I'm not sure if you can see them or not. I maybe should have sat that way and then you could see them, but then there's a bunch of weird people over there, so I thought maybe not. The coffee is quite delicious, though it's a little bit cold. Which I'm not super excited about, but it's actually not that good. Can't see the fish. Well, maybe at the end of the class, I'll take you guys out for a little field trip, because the fish are like absolutely the most beautiful koi fish I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of koi fish. I don't know why these ones are so gorgeous, but they're just amazing. So we'll have to take you guys on a little field trip. Yeah, when they swim by. There's people over there right now on the other side, so I think like they swim. When you walk to the edge, they all just come swimming because they're expecting to be fed, right? So there's people standing over there, so they're all over there now. But I think that they'll come back over this way. So just be checking the water. They're here to support us. Yes, everybody should do the celery juice. Listen, it's probably part of the reason why. Oh, it's Crystal's first time on a live. I'm actually in Kuala Lumpur. We came to Kuala Lumpur for a visa run. And so we're here, we're leaving today, this afternoon. Well, we're leaving at like 5. So we leave the hotel at 3 o'clock and our flight leaves at 5 and we fly back to Bali. But I'm in the Shangri-La in Kuala Lumpur at the moment, in this little lobby lounge. Yeah, so I've been doing the celery juice every day. I've only missed one day, which was yesterday. Today it's like kind of cheating. It's kind of cheating when it's like not full celery juice. Yes, just plain celery juice with nothing else in it. but I have been back on it and I've done it every single day except yesterday, and I'm not really gonna count today. So I've missed 2 days in a month, and it's the shiznit. And I also haven't had my hot lemon water the last 2 days either, which is kind of a bummer. In fact, I will most likely have the lady bring me some while on this live stream. I feel like I've got something in my eye. Just once a day, first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. The celery juice. It's a miracle potion. The celery juice is amazing for thyroid function, liver, keeps your liver cleansed and detoxified, and it's like amazing for overall skin and hair health. It is the shiznit, literally. Okay, this is annoying me. I'm gonna have to just keep doing it. Yeah, well, and I honestly, like, I have to say that the only reason I've been able to keep it up this long is because I don't have to make it and I don't have to clean the juicer, and it's just made for me every morning. So I'm really lucky that way, because it's a pain in the ass to clean juicers. Yeah, and you know what? I can't even really taste it anymore. It was like the first week, and then after the first week, it's like, it just basically tastes like water now. Okay. All right, well, I think we are going to get started. We're gonna jump in. Just want everyone to take a minute to just get centered in your body. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. Really feel into your own personal energy field. Notice anywhere where you're feeling heaviness or darker energy. And go ahead and just fill that up with your breath, releasing anything that's no longer serving you. For many of you, it's the end of your day, just releasing anything that you've been carrying with you throughout the day. Kind of knowing that the only place you need to be in right now is right here, present during this live stream. And as you're taking your next breath, on the inhale, I'd like you to call to mind whatever your biggest financial worry or concern is. Hold that worry and concern in your energy field as you hold your breath for just a moment. And on the exhale, I want you to release it, knowing that all things are possible and that anything can change in a moment. That it's all a decision, it's all a choice. Let's take 2 more deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And I'd like you to just think for a moment on what your intention is for being here in this class today, and what it is that you are deciding and claiming that you are going to get from these 2 hours together. And I would like you to type that in the comments of the live stream. So what is your intention for the class? And what are you claiming and deciding you are going to get out of it? Change your money story. That's a good one. Anya is receiving. And Anya, do you mean that you are just setting the intention to receive whatever comes through, or that you want to be better at receiving? Getting out of my own way, Beth. That's amazing. Release worries over money. Get the courage to do what I feel called to do. Amazing. Intention, inspiration for business vision, manifestation, and community. Great. Clearing money blocks. Fully open and able to receive money with ease and flow. Claiming clarity. Awesome. These are all really good. Yay, these are all so good. I love it. So I love having you guys put your intention, literally type your intention into the comment section. And the reason for that is that that is literally you are programming. We're going to be talking a little bit about programming during this 2 hours together. And this is programming. This is reprogramming. This is you creating positive programming. In typing this into the comments, it's like you are claiming it. You are claiming it, you are setting the intention, and you are making a little contract with your soul that this is what's gonna happen. I love that intention, clearing that money is hard work. That's so good. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. Yes to all of the comments. I love it, I love it. Keep coming if you've got them still coming through. Okay, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about what we're gonna be doing, what we're gonna be covering during this time together. I'm going to teach you the clear your shit clearing technique. I will just say at the very beginning of this live stream that in the file section of this group, there is a document that has 2 Clear Your Shit resources. One is a link to the Clear Your Shit book. Buy that book. Buy yourself a hard copy of that book and let it become your clearing Bible. If you do not already have a copy of that book, as soon as this live stream is over, go into the file section, click that link, and buy that book. It's such an amazing wealth of resources, and it has all kinds of clearing maps and suggestions for lots and lots of different areas of your life, not just money and wealth. In addition, there's also in that Clear Your Shit document, there is a link to the self-clearing videos on the Clear Your Shit website. So I'm going to be teaching you guys the technique today, but you can certainly, and you obviously have this content for as long as I'm on the interwebs, but you can also use those videos as resources. There's 7 foundational videos in those videos on the Clear Your Shit website. So those resources are in the file section for you. The other things that I've uploaded into the file section for you are the emotions chart. It looks like this. And so you can download that and print this out. These are the emotions that we will be talking about and going through and clearing today. And then you also have a Chinese meridian map document in the file section, which shows you which points to rub. And we're gonna be going over that a little bit, and I'm gonna actually be demonstrating that and showing you that. But you've got those 2 resources in there as well. The other thing that you have in the file section right now is a list of that comes directly from the Clear Your Shit book, a list of money and wealth clears, statement clears, and root clears. And we will be going through and doing some of these today, but once you know the clearing technique, one of the things I'm gonna say that I would do right away is go through and do all of the statement clears on that page and all of the root clears. We'll talk about spacing them out. Unless you are an experienced clearing practitioner, I don't recommend that you do them all in one sitting. It can kick your ass a little bit. So we'll talk about how often to clear and all of that jazz and all of that good stuff. And you know, then whatever pieces of like wealth wisdom are gonna drop in, and I'm gonna be sharing those with you as well. My intention for this class is to, first of all, hold a very, very strong container for all of you to achieve your intention and to be able to claim the things that you are coming into the class deciding that you are going to shift or that you are going to change. So that's my number one intention. The other intention is to allow all the parts of my being, which is my higher self and my higher consciousness, to reach out and connect with your higher self and your higher consciousness so that you can fully receive the transmission of this live stream. And that is whether you are watching it here live with me right now or you are coming back and watching the replay. One of the things that has become very, very apparent to me over the last couple of months is that through all of the personal development work I have done, and through all of the clearing work that I have done, and through all of the strengthening of my connection to my higher self, source, guides, guardians, spirits, ancestors, that I have really expanded my reach and my higher self and higher consciousness ability to reach my clients beyond what I even fully understand at this point. I continue to get messages almost daily at this point of visiting clients in dream states, doing clearing, doing other types of spiritual work with them. And so for me at this point, because I don't fully understand it, it's just about setting a really clear intention that all the parts of my being are going to reach out to you in all the ways possible so that you can receive this wealth transmission and you can really begin to shift in this area of your life. So I set that intention fully and clearly, and I really set the intention for you to be able to receive my knowingness about money and about wealth and about receiving, and for that knowingness from me to really be able to permeate your being so that you can begin to just know that money is an amazing, amazing, amazing resource for you to use, that it is your ally, that it can very easily become your friend, and that it does not need to be something that is hard to obtain, that you have to work hard for, that is, you know, that lots of it is just beyond your reach or your grasp. And so those are the intentions, at least those are the conscious intentions that I'm setting at the beginning of this class to share with all of you. So just know that for the duration of these 2 hours, my energy field is completely open to yours. And so in saying that, I really want you to know and feel comfortable in go ahead and absorb as much of that as possible. Like, I'm literally opening the floodgates to you. So set your intention to be able to receive that, and set your intention to connect with me in that way on this plane and on the other planes so that you can get the full transmission of this live stream. You know, I think that I'm imagining that the way that I work and the way that I work with clients is just going to become more and more abstract, because I'm just really starting to realize that we only know such a small part of, you know, what we're experiencing right now is just such a small part of what's infinitely possible. And so for me, I'm open to all possibilities, and for you, I would love for you to be open to all possibilities of receiving. So and know that, you know, for whatever reason, I have the ability to hold really large containers. And that ability is expanding by the day. This was actually predicted, and it was, you know, I don't know if it wasn't really a prediction, but it was a foretelling by an African shaman by the name of Malidoma Some, who I just absolutely love to death. But 4 years ago, little over 4 years ago now, he actually predicted this. He predicted that I would be in this space. He predicted that I would be beginning to expand my container in this way and being able to reach people in this way. And at that time, I really couldn't even comprehend what he was saying, but I knew it to be true. And so I think now I'm really beginning to fully step into that. So, you know, even if you're struggling with what I'm saying, and even if you're struggling with fully conceptualizing what I'm saying, set the intention to be open to receiving any and everything that's in your highest and best interest today. And set the intention to go ahead and take, is what I'm saying. Go ahead and fill your energy field and go ahead and take from my energy field today. And while we're in this container. So, yeah, had no idea that was coming through, but there it is. There we have it. This motherfucking tripod. Now look, I'm gonna get like super hood now. Like I was all like gracious and lovely and like super conscious being, and now I'm like, this motherfucking treadmill. That's where I should be, is on the fucking treadmill. This motherfucking tripod. I might have to have Josiah bring the other one down. Oh, otherwise we're just gonna have to keep effing with it. You know, we've got the elevator music happening in the background. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. I love that. So this is what I love, right? Like, I didn't even have to say this, and automatically you guys are typing in your intentions. So good. I love you. I love you all. I love you all. I do love you all, though. Just kind of felt like a beauty queen there for a minute. Okay. Am I gonna be able to handle this why do I keep calling it a treadmill? Apparently I need to get my ass on the treadmill. Am I gonna be able to handle this tripod situation? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to message Josiah to bring it down to me. Okay, hold please. Okay, I messaged Josiah. I cannot be fucked with having to constantly adjust this damn phone all day. It's gonna drive me crazy. So hopefully he will get the message, understand the message, find the pieces of the tripod and bring it down to me. Because I told him he had to stay with Jack because Sean's not feeling well. Okay, all right. So let's just hop in really quick and get the like teaching of the clearing technique out of the way. So as we're doing this today, well, the first thing I'll tell you about self-clearing, and some of you may already know how to do this, and so that's great. I'm not gonna like belabor this point because I know that some of you do self-clearing. Can everybody see me and hear me? At this point, send me some hearts just to make sure I'm back from the tripod situation. All right, sweet. Oh, I love the heart shower. It's so good. Okay, so I'm not going to belabor this teaching the technique part, right? The videos are really good if you're not feeling confident by the end of this session to go and watch the foundational videos and clear your shit. But I want to teach the technique, and what I really encourage you to do is throughout this call today, any time that I'm clearing and that I'm testing is for you to do it too. So that you're really, like the thing with self-testing and with clearing, it's practice, 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 practice. You practice until it becomes second nature, almost like breathing. Like clearing to me is just so so ingrained in what I do. And in fact, like, I don't even all the time have to use fingers. Like, I can run through the energetic process in my head and get the same results. So, but that's further down the line. So the first thing that you need to know is you have two hands. You're going to use your two hands to do your self-testing. So people do this all different ways. The way that they teach it in the video is thumb and index finger. I always mess this up because I don't do it the way they do it in the book. I think, well, I'm gonna show you how I do it. You guys can choose whatever fingers feel comfortable to you. So I do it, thumb and index finger form a circle, right? Like you're saying okay, and I do that part with my left hand. It's really gonna depend on whether you're right-handed or left-handed, and really it's whatever feels comfortable to you. So I am right-handed, so I do thumb and index finger of my left hand in a circle like so. And I use my ring finger and thumb of my dominant hand, which is my right hand. Some people do pinky finger, some people do index finger here as well. It feels most comfortable for me to do ring finger, so you choose. But you basically have two circles, right? And then you are going to interlock the fingers like so. So you have like an infinity symbol almost, right? And so a yes is going to be a lock. So you're gonna hold the fingers together firmly, but not, you know, you don't wanna be like scrunching them like this. I hope that that's the thumbnail of the video so bad, me like. So you wanna hold them together firmly, you know, not putting so much pressure that you're like creating that, but just firm, right? And then you're going to pull. And a yes is a lock. A no is an unlock. So I want everyone to just practice that. So thumb and index finger. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to say ring finger and thumb on my dominant hand and index finger and thumb. You play around until you feel what feels comfortable. You should not have to pull particularly hard, right? It should just unlock. So yes is a lock, unlock. The finger that unlocks for me is my right hand, my dominant hand. So the undominant hand is the hand that just holds the lock. Here's Josiah with the tripod. And the dominant hand is the hand that locks and unlocks, and the non-dominant hand is the hand that holds the lock. Yes, thank you.
I think I grabbed 4. I don't know.
What? Oh, that's okay. Yeah, thanks. Okay, Josiah saves the day. Yay, Josiah. Okay. All right, and then all was right with the world. Did he bring me more money too? No. Luckily I can put this on my room so I don't have to actually have money. Okay. It's gonna be a little higher, yeah? All right. Hold, please. Okay. Maybe we want this other base. Look at us go, you guys. Shitty tripod. You will not thwart me. Here, I'll give you guys a view of the fish while I'm doing this stand in. Okay. All right. Oh, let's see. Is that gonna work? All right. Oh. Sorry guys, you're gonna get seasick a little here for a moment. There we go. Good thing about this one is it can go on the floor. And then all was right with the world. Ta-da! Okay, so good. Now we have more table space. Okay, so back to the clearing technique. So, lock, and then this side will lock and unlock, right? So, you can start with simple questions like, I am Leah Steele, and I get a lock. And so some people pull like this. I don't like to do that, it feels weaker to me, so I actually pull my finger against my thumb. So really, in theory, it's like, sometimes I'm not even holding super tight over here. It's like the unlock is happening. So you see these fingers coming apart, but that's not what I'm paying attention to. I'm paying attention to whether my dominant hand locks or unlocks. So I could say, I'm Leah Steele. I'm Casey Howard, right? So it's just an unlock. We're accessing the subconscious mind here, right? And sometimes we're accessing the cells of the body. Sometimes we're accessing the DNA. Sometimes we're accessing ancestral wisdom and memory. There's a lot of different things that we're accessing as we're doing this and tapping into this field, right? So everybody just try, say your name. I am Leah Steele. I've got a strong yes there. And now you guys can say, I am Leah Steele, and I'll say, I am Beth Neely. No. For is it on dominant hand? That's usually, your non-dominant hand is the one that usually responds. Is that okay? Yes. So here's the other thing, right? There are a million ways to self-test and self-clear. This is just the clear your shit way that I'm teaching today. There are so many different ways of doing this. So many different kinesiologists teach this so many different ways. So there is no wrong way. If you prefer your pinky finger and your pinky finger, that's fine, right? Like, if you want to do both your ring fingers, I mean, whatever works for you. And if it's your non-dominant hand that responds, that's fine too. For me, I am a bit ambidextrous. I write with my right hand and I do everything else with my left. So that may affect how my clearing technique works, but ultimately you just do it. Okay, so yes. So the first thing that I want everyone to do is, because this is what happens, right? Like, our conscious mind wants to override this, and that is why it is practice, 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 practice. Literally after this class, I want you going around testing everything. That's a chair. Yes. That's a piece of paper. No. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm in Bali right now. No. I should do it up here. I'm in Bali right now. No. I'm in Kuala Lumpur. Yes. I'm drinking water right now. No. I'm drinking coffee right now. Yes. So it's like, it literally is practice. So, I still was struggling with self-testing when I went to my spiral practitioner training. And it was literally 7 days of being in a room doing nothing but clearing every single day. By the time I walked out of that room, I was completely confident and secure in clearing technique, right? But it does take practice. And it takes practice because your conscious mind wants to get in the way. It wants to be like, no, it can't be this easy. And sometimes that happens for me even now. I mean, it's like, if you work with me or I'm doing a clearing session with you, sometimes you'll see me get an answer and then I'll like do this little reset and then I'll ask the question again, because it's like, I can feel my conscious mind getting in the way and I'm like, no. And then I go back to subconscious. So, and so why doesn't everybody just practice right now with no and yes? So here is my no, and here is my, oh wait. Here is my no, and here is my yes. See, it just happened to me right then. Because in my mind, I was thinking, oh, and I have to teach them that when they're testing for the emotions, it breaks on the emotion. So in my mind, I was thinking that, and so it kind of like tripped me up as I was doing the no and the yes. So here we go. We have a no, and we have a yes. We have a no, and we have a yes. The one thing that one tip that was given to me that really, really helped me was I was trying to like hold on and grip so tight and my fingers were getting sore. Like I was literally hurting myself. It doesn't need to be that tight. You can literally, it's like you're just touching firmly, but not like this, right? And you don't have to pull super hard. It will unlock really easily on a no. So no, yes, no, yes, okay? Is anyone struggling with the no and yes? A little, overthinking it. Yeah, unlock is a no, lock is a yes. A little, overthinking, yes. Okay. So this really does take practice, you guys. And it does also, so I want everyone to just take a deep breath. Setting the intention that the subconscious mind is going to be able to take over while we are doing clearing, and that the egoic mind or the conscious mind will step aside and allow the body to respond. So just setting that intention, and now try again. Yes, no, yes, no, no, yes. I feel like, because I know the answer, I'm not learning what it feels like. Yes, it's okay if you're wearing rings, definitely overthinking, been practicing self-test for a few months. Yes, so it is a practice thing, you guys. Like, you have to practice, you have to practice, you have to practice. Someone just said something that made me wanna... Well, we're gonna move on to emotions. I just want you to really have the feel of what a lock feels like and what an unlock feels like, okay? So now you've kind of got the idea of what a lock feels like and what an unlock feels like. So I want to talk a little bit about like what clearing actually is and why we do it. So when we say clearing, it's a little bit deceptive because it makes it feel like or sound like what we're actually doing is clearing the emotion out, and that's not what's happening. We're using this tool to let go of limiting beliefs, emotions, and energetic blocks that have shaped our behavior. And they don't just disappear though. It's like they become integrated, and what clearing does is give us an ability to approach those things objectively and respond in a non-conditioned manner, if that makes sense. So with clearing, really, like for me, the biggest thing I think of is it's like, what am I actually clearing? Like, am I clearing money? No, I'm not clearing money. Am I clearing my energetic and emotional blocks to acquiring money, making money, receiving money? Yes. So for me, clearing is really about clearing the blocks. So even though I may say we're going to do a root clear on money, we're not clearing money. We're clearing our emotional attachments to money, if that makes sense. So kinesiology has been around for a long time. The technique that I am teaching you today is spiral technique. The spiral was created by Dane Thomas, and it is an official therapeutic clearing and healing modality. And I am a licensed advanced practitioner of that modality. So that's the technique that I'm teaching you today. And if you are interested in, many of you have been through the spiral with me. If you are interested in more information on the spiral, I'm actually taking 3 people through in April. I have 3 new spots opening in April for spiral clients. But we're happy to send more information. And in fact, Mallory, we should probably just put in the file section the spiral info sheet and also the lead page to spiral, just so that you guys have it if you're at all interested after doing all of this work today in knowing more about the spiral, which is, the spiral is basically a foundational clearing protocol that clears 22 of the most common human emotions. And it literally is a deconstruction of your identity and gives you an amazing clean slate to be able to approach just about everything in your life in a very objective way. This has been the most life-changing spiritual work that I've ever done. And I say it all the time, and I will forever say that I would sell every single thing I own to do Spiral again for the first time. I have been through the Spiral officially twice, and 57, 53 times, 55, 56 times unofficially, because every time I take someone through the Spiral, I go through the Spiral myself. So Maria, it's delivered in 8 sessions, and all Spiral practitioners do it a little bit differently. Some do a session every week. I don't do my Spirals that way. I test at the end of the session when my client's ready to go through the next level. So it can take anywhere from 3 months to 6 months, basically, for me to go through the Spiral. But you do 1 level at a time. They correspond with the chakra system, and Maria, would freaking blow your mind. I really truly believe that everyone should go through the Spiral. I did my second Spiral in my prac training. So I did my first Spiral with Dane. The creator of the Spiral took me through the Spiral. I also deliver my Spirals the way that Dane did Spiral with me. That's why I do mine the way I do. And the second one was during my prac training. We went through a level a day for 7 days. It was really intense. And then I have also done quantum clears, which are kind of next level spiraling. I've done a Mother and Father quantum clear and a God and Satan quantum clear. So I am clear. I'm clear as fuck. Okay, so let's move on. If you want more information on Spiral, definitely reach out to me. Would love to talk to you more about that. It's amazing. And again, Dane talks about Spiral in his book, Clear Your Shit. Immediately, I feel like every single person on this call, if you don't have this book, when you get off this live stream, go into the files section, click the link, buy the book, read it. It's short, right? You can read it in an afternoon, a couple of hours. Okay. So I want to talk to you about different types of clears. I'm going to be teaching you guys today statement clears, and amazing. I'm going to be teaching you statement clears, and I'm going to be teaching you root clears, okay? So those are the 2 types of clears that I'm going to be teaching you today. And so root clears are, which is what the Spiral is actually, yeah, you need the hard copy of the book for sure. Root clears the root clears are the foundation of the Spiral, right? You go through 22 root clears in the Spiral, which is quite intense. But a root clear is where you take a emotion, thing, outside stimulus. You really can root clear just about anything. Inanimate object. I did a clearing session for some of the women in my Spiritual Gifts Intensive yesterday. I cleared Mercury retrograde for all of them. So you really can root clear just about anything. In a root clear, what we're doing is we're going through and identifying 3 ages where we locked in and imprinted our emotionally conditioned response to whatever the thing is that we're clearing. So I'm going to do a group clear for this container on money in just a minute. And so what I will be checking into and feeling into is the age of the collective. It's going to be a little bit confusing, so follow along with me and just know that if you're not fully comprehending what I'm telling you, your higher self and your body and your mind and your soul is all comprehending it on some level, right? When I do the root clear for the group, I'm going to be testing into the collective age of the group. So that means the 3 installments will basically be the averages of the collective ages for the group. And we always look at 3 installments in a root clear. So for example, if I'm if I'm root clearing myself on money, I may have my first installment at age 2, I may have my second installment at age 4, and I may have my third installment at age 7. Then I will go in and check which emotion each of those ages which emotion is associated with each of those ages. I'm gonna show you this so you're gonna understand more. Don't feel overwhelmed. And then I'm gonna check which of those 3 installments is the strongest, is the anchor. Sometimes it's not the strongest. Usually it's the strongest, but it's the anchor. Whichever one anchored in your emotionally conditioned response to the thing that you're clearing. And then we will go and find the corresponding Chinese meridian point. We will rub that point, and in rubbing that point for the anchored installment, it will clear out the other 2 as well. So that's why it's called a root clear. You literally get to the very root, which is the anchor installment, and then by clearing that, you clear out the other 2 as well. So you don't need to go in and clear out. So if age 7 was my anchor, I don't need to clear age 2 and 4 and 7. I just clear 7 and it clears age 2 and 4. And that's a root clear. So we're gonna do one, and I'm gonna do it for the collective. I'm gonna definitely give you all the assignment to go through all of these clears that are in the Clear Your Shit book that we've put in the file section after this class, and I'm gonna give you some guidelines around clearing, because I don't want you to just go do the whole page in one day. You'll fuck yourself up. Personal experience here, so learn from my mistakes, right? I did all the sexuality clears in one day, and it was basically like I did a sexuality quantum clear, and I was fucked up for like 3 weeks after. So take it easy. There's no need to clear all the things in one day. Clearing can become really addicting. So I want you guys to just hear this, okay? Like, it can become, you will want to clear all the things. In fact, like, Mallory has been on I banned Mallory from clearing for like the last few days, and I just told her today that she could clear again. But it's like, it gets addicting, and the next thing you know, you're clearing everything. And it's like, I say this all the time, I'm like, okay, listen, especially when I'm talking to spiral practitioners, I'm like, okay, listen, like, sometimes you need to just fucking stop clearing and make a goddamn decision. Like, everything doesn't have to be about clearing, but it is an amazing tool. So just know that, like, you're gonna want to do more, and this is powerful work, especially root clears. Root clears should not be taken for granted. When you are root clearing an emotion, or you are root clearing emotionally conditioned responses to something, it is powerful work. And it can sometimes take hours, days, weeks, months to fully integrate and fully drop in. So when you're root clearing like 27 things, it's like you can really mess yourself up. So you have to be careful. It's a powerful technique, right? Which is why we really discourage people against doing more than 2 to 3 root clears in a single session. Unless you're a spiral practitioner or you're doing clears with a spiral practitioner, right? And then the exception to that would be if you were doing a quantum clear facilitated by a spiral practitioner and you had already been through the spiral, right? So you had already cleared the 22 of the most common emotions, and then you were moving into quantum clearing. Okay. Talisha says she has a list because I always get drop-ins on what I need to clear, but my body-mind can't quite handle that. Exactly. Mallory's clearing frustration from being banned from clearing. Got my crown chakra opened recently and I wanted to do more almost immediately. Hubby told me to take it slow. Yeah, I mean, it's like all energy work. Like, it feels so good and we see the results and like we feel amazing, and then it's like we want more and we want more and we want more, and then all of a sudden like we do too much and then we're like laid out, right? Because the energy body can only handle so much. I will also teach you, remind me, Mallory, if I forget, to teach about testing 5 bodies, because that's going to be important for new clearing for people that are new to this practice. Okay, so I'm going to show you, you know, I can sit here and explain this all to you, but it's just so much easier, and when I show you like practical application of it. I'm actually going to move the tripod down a little bit. It's going to cut my head off a little bit, but it'll be easier for me to show you. Okay, I am going to do a root clear for the collective of this group. We're gonna root clear money. So what does it mean when I say we're gonna root clear money? Well, when I root clear money, which I've root cleared money for myself lots and lots of times. Oh, I know the one thing I wanted to say. On root clears, in most cases, when you're first doing a root clear on something, most commonly your imprints, all 3 of your imprints, have happened before age 7. So don't get alarmed when lots of really young ages are coming up and you're like, how could I possibly have imprinted this by that time? We imprint these things into our subconscious minds very, very early in life. So most installments happen before age 7. So when you're going through the spiral, like most of your installments are going to be from 0 to 7. And then as you continue to clear, so like, I don't know how many times I've root cleared money at this point, you know, probably 10 or 15. I'm literally clearing, you know, the second time I cleared my secondary installments, the third time I cleared my tertiary installments, you know, like, so it's like you have multiple installments, right? And you're always just clearing the strongest ones, which enable you to be really objective. Yeah, lots of people, it's in utero. Like, people have past life installments, they have in utero installments, they have, you know, days old, months old. So just don't be alarmed by that. So I'm gonna do a root clear for the collective. When I'm talking about root clearing money, what I'm referring to is anything having to do with money, right? Our ability to make money, our ability to earn money, our ability to manifest money. It's like money as a general container. Now, you could get more specific and you could do a root clear on receiving money, or you could do a root clear on spending money. But for the purpose of this that we're doing right now, we're going to just root clear money generally, right? So this is one of the most the first time I did this clear, it was one of the most impactful clears that I had done. And it shifted my financial reality drastically. And this is when I went from averaging $12,000 a month to never falling below $16,000 a month ever again. And before, my income had been like this. So that's what happened to me from one root clear of money. So this is really powerful. As we're doing this collective clear, and collective and group clears are equally as powerful as personal clears. So just know that. And I'm also gonna have you all go after this and root clear money yourself, right? For yourself. Those of you that are doing my Ouroboros program, which we'll talk about later, you're gonna be getting all the money and wealth clears. It's gonna be rocking your world. That program is gonna rock your world. It's gonna fucking lay you out on your ass for sure. Okay, was overclearing part of my wanting to sleep for 24 hours a day this week? Yes, because your energy body, and also part of why your energy body was at 3%, it can't fucking handle it. It's too much. Glad you mentioned this. I've been feeling called to root clear things I've already cleared and wasn't sure if there was a purpose. Yes, so there's always secondary, tertiary, you know, there's always installments, right? Now, having said that, in most cases, like when we go through the spiral, we don't really need to continue to clear the emotions that we clear in the spiral, because clearing those initial installments is enough to allow us to be able to be objective. Now, but you're gonna love this practice and you're gonna wanna do it and you're gonna become a clearing junkie like the rest of us, and then half of you are gonna show up at Spiral Practitioner Training in LA in July because you're gonna become addicted to the practice, right? It's amazing. And so, you know, we always wanna clear every little thing. Yeah, so this is huge. Ancestral patterns are so impactful, and that's why, like in Ouroboros, my program Ouroboros, we're really going to be focusing on the ancestral line clears, because it impacts us in ways beyond what we can even comprehend. Okay, so 33 people watching. I love it. All right, we are going to root clear money for the collective. So I'm just setting the intention to tap into the collective container of everyone on this live stream and everyone that has purchased the class up until this point. Okay. And so what I really need from all of you is you can either energetically opt into this clearing or you can energetically opt out. And you know, I think the best thing is wherever you are, if you choose to opt into this clearing that I'm about to do, just say yes verbally out loud. And if you choose to opt out, say no. So I will just give you just a minute to do that. Opt in, opt out on the money clearing. You can definitely type it in if you feel called. Okay, so root clearing money for the collective. First installment for the collective was past life, this life, in utero, days, weeks, months, years, 0, 1. So 1 year old. Second age for the collective is 2 years old. Third year age of the collective is 3, 4, 5, 6 years old. So we have 1, 2, and 6 as the ages. So in the file section of the group, you have the emotions chart. As we're going through and clearing, you are going to, your connection is going to break on the element first. So you have fire, earth, metal, water, wood, central meridian, and governing meridian. So the first thing you're going to go through is test the element. It's going to break on the element, the one that where the issue is, right? The one where the weakness is. And then, so if I broke on fire, I'm then going to go through and test these 4 quadrants, and it's going to break on the one that's weak. And then I'm going to go through and I'm going to test the emotion one by one. It's going to break on the one that's weak. For me, I like to test in numbers because I don't actually want to look. I feel like it's easier for my subconscious mind to tap in when I'm not looking. Sometimes I feel like when I look, my ego gets in the way. So I actually test the numbers and then I go down and count. So I'm gonna do this slowly and then I'm gonna show you so that you guys can fully like understand what I'm doing, right? So for the collective at age 1, the element is, it's fire, okay? So it was the first one, fire. And it is small intestine, triple warmer, heart, and it's in the heart. So I tested this one, it was a lock. I tested this one, it was a lock. I tested this one, it was a break, okay? And in heart, it's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's at number 7. So then I'm gonna go down and count 7 emotions down in the heart. And it's self-worth. Okay. At age 2 for the collective, it is fire, earth, metal, wood, water, bladder, kidney. So we got water, and then it was a lock on bladder, and it was an unlock on kidney. And then it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 down. 1, 2, 3. Caution. Caution at age 2. And at age 6, fire, earth, metal, wood, water, central. Shame at age 6. So it was the central meridian and it broke on the first one, which is shame, okay? So now we have at age 1, a self-worth installment, at age 2, caution, and at age 6, shame. So what does that look like? Well, it means for this collective that we're in right now, that we're a part of, that our emotionally conditioned pattern when it comes to responding to money is to question our self-worth, to feel cautious around money, and to feel shame around money. That is the collective of this particular group. That's the patterning. So now we want to look at what's the strongest, right? Well, the strongest is age 1, 2, 6. The strongest is shame. So this is how I write it down, just so you can see. So I've got, may I have like hot water with lemon? Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. All right, I'm gonna actually drink some regular water too. I have no idea what time it is either. So fun, love this. Okay, So this is how I write it out, just so you guys can see. So I've got age 1, age 2, age 6, self-worth, caution, shame, and then I'm like putting the shame in parentheses because that's the strongest, right? Okay, so in the file section, and do I have this? Didn't print this out because I'm gonna show you a little hack that I do that I recommend that you guys also do as you're learning to test. So there is a Chinese meridian map in the file section of this group. And that's gonna show you where to, what ESL points to rub. Now, warning, if you are pregnant, the only points that you wanna rub are here, right? You wanna rub the ESL points. And these points can just be rubbed. They're right here on the side of the temple. You can do it with one hand, you can do it with two hands. These points you can literally rub for any of the emotions and it's going to clear them out. If you're pregnant, only rub these points. Other points, other Chinese meridian points can cause problems with pregnancy. So if you're not pregnant, I'm gonna show you the other points that you can rub that correspond with the different elements. But you can do clearing while you're pregnant, so don't think that you can't. My little hack is that I actually took my emotion sheet and I wrote the point, the corresponding point, underneath the element because I got so sick of going back and forth to the other sheet. So I recommend that you do that. So the fire element is beneath the right rib. So I'm gonna show you guys all of these so that you can see where to do it. Okay, so you're gonna go underneath the right rib. You're gonna take the side of your hand right here and you just simply rub sideways underneath the right rib. So that is the fire element. That is the, thank you so much. That's the fire element, and that is the meridian point for all 4 of the quadrants of the fire element, which is the top one, okay? Earth element, which is this gold one here down, for both quadrants of the earth element, it's left side. So underneath the left rib. So same as the fire, but over on the left. Okay, now underneath the metal element, there's 2 different ones. So for the lung point, it's gonna be right here. So like right where your muscles attach here. And you can do it like this. Some practitioners do it like this. So that's the lung point. And then the large intestine point on the sheet is these points in the hand, that little fatty part in the hand. And I usually rub both. So it's like I'll do one and then the other when I'm clearing there. In the wood element, it's the right bra line. So if you're a dude, then it's not, it's like your middle of your ribs on your right side, but it's like right where your bra is. If you're a woman, you're gonna, sorry, side boob hanging out. You're gonna rub right there, okay? And then water element is down here. This one has 2 as well. So the bladder is the pubic bone, easy to remember. And it's gonna be, you're gonna find your pubic bone and go into the center and it's right there is where you rub. And for the kidney, it's underneath the collarbones. So right here. And same, some do it crossed. I just do it like this, okay? You can do it with one hand as well. I often do that. The central meridian is the lower lip here. I tap and rub. You can either rub or tap, whatever feels good to you. And the governing meridian is the upper lip. So you have the Chinese meridian sheet. I just recommend that you go write it on here because it's easier. You don't have to look at 2 pieces of paper, okay? So in this money clear that we just did, shame was the strongest installment. It was in the central meridian. So this is the lower lip. So now I want everyone to touch their lower lip. And we are setting the intention that we are root clearing money for the collective of this container, everyone who is energetically opted in, and anyone that's watching the replay of the live stream as well. So I yawn, it's already clearing out. I yawn a lot when I clear. So you're gonna rub here, clearing out shame and taking with it caution and self-worth. Not taking self-worth away, but questioning of self-worth, right? It's important to let the energy move as you're doing clearing. So yawning, burping, all kinds of of like body sensation and things will happen. You may feel like you need to move your body around, definitely do that. For me, it's like always the yawning. Okay, so once we've cleared it out, then I'm going to ask, have we successfully root cleared money for the collective? And I'm going to test yes or no, right? So have we successfully root cleared money for the collective? Yes. Then I'm going to ask, are there any saboteurs? So is there anything sabotaging it? No. So we've successfully root cleared money for the collective, okay? I wanted to do a couple of other root clears for the collective so you guys can see this and that everyone can benefit from this while we're here in this transmission on the call. And I think like we will just go ahead and do wealth. So wealth is often something very different, right? Accumulating, acquiring wealth. Wealth is a whole other level of money shit, right? It's like sometimes we've got shit with money, but most of us have a lot of shit with wealth because it seems so unattainable for the majority of us, right? $44 and you got root clears. Look, I'm telling you, I told people, I'm like, you're insane not to do this. Like, it's gonna be so good. Okay, so we're gonna do wealth now. We're gonna do the collective for wealth. Again, energetically be in, yes, or out, no. Feel free to type if you wanna type it. If you wanna be included in this wealth clear of the collective in the container for wealth. First installment for the collective is past life, this life. So as I'm doing this, past life, not past life, this life. It was this lifetime. I do it so fast, I have to like slow myself down. Past life, this life. So then I check in utero, days old, weeks old, months old. This one was months old, okay? So, and then I'm gonna test how many months. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 months old. It's like really early, right? So in some instances, months old could be, it's like you don't have an emotionally conditioned response, but it may be like what's happening in your environment, something that was happening for your parents, mother, father, grandparents, like that energetically you picked up on and then you imprinted, right? Okay, so second installment around wealth for the collective was, and then I'm just gonna go from months because I know that that's where we were. Months, years, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 years old. So we have 7 months and 4 years old. The third and final installment, and anything residual, I'll often say, I don't always say it out loud because that's what I'm intending, is 5, 6, 7. So 7 months, 4 years old, and 7 years old. So at 7 months, now we go back to our handy emotion sheet and we test at 7 months. It was fire, earth, spleen, low self-esteem in the spleen at 7 months. I'm so glad, so amazing. At 4, fire, earth, metal, large intestine, dogma at 4. We'll talk about these installments as well. And at 7, fire, earth, metal, wood, water, bladder, kidney, anxiety in the kidney. Okay, so what this patterning tells us is for this collective, when it comes to wealth, it triggers in us low self-esteem. Dogma gets triggered. So this is like our need to follow the rules, right? Or what the rules say, or what the rules say about people with money or people who are wealthy. It's like, so low self-esteem kicks in, then dogma, and then anxiety, right? So that's the conditioning in this particular collective around wealth. So the strongest is actually dogma at 4. So dogma is an interesting one because this is literally like how we interact with the rules. This can be societal dogma, so societal rules, patriarchal rules, familial dogma. It could be dogma within the school system, like what our teachers are trying to tell us to do, what our parents are trying to tell us to do. It can also be religious dogma, right? And often when it comes to money, even though our families may have not been particularly religious growing up, religion has shaped every fiber of society as we know it today. And so all of that, you know, money is the root of all evil, all of that stuff is conditioned in us whether we believe it or not, right? All of this came up for me huge when I was doing my God and Satan quantum clears, which is a whole other level of clearing. So we're gonna go and we're gonna clear out the dogma, right? Which is already going. It's in the large intestine. Often I start to clear before I even hit the points, right? So it's gonna be in the hand points. So we're gonna rub here. Who's sending me frowny faces? So rubbing here, clearing dogma, taking with it low self-esteem and anxiety, clearing out all of our conditioning around wealth as a collective within this container. Okay. Have we successfully root cleared wealth for this container? No. I knew it was going to be a no. So this is like, we've cleared out the installments and there's something else. There's a saboteur. Yes. So there's something, another emotion that's keeping us from clearing out wealth. So we're just going to go through and test. Again, it's like, okay, so what's the other emotion? Fire, earth, metal, wood, water, central, governing. I often find, so the governing and central meridians, these are like your operating system. This is literally like how you do everything in your life. So if you have emotionally conditioned patterns in your central or governing meridian, it's like, it's literally dictating how you respond to things, whether you want to or not. So I'm not surprised. I kind of felt like it was going to be a no. So there's something in the governing meridian that is stopping us from completely root clearing wealth. So let's go see what it is. Integrity, purpose, truth, trust, harmony, humiliation, false pride, arrogance, enlightenment, responsibility. So this is responsibility. It's not responsibility, like taking responsibility. This is your ability to respond. So you have, the collective has shit around our ability to respond when it comes to acquiring or accumulating wealth. And so this is upper lip. So we're gonna tap. And we're gonna rub. Now have we successfully root cleared wealth for the collective? Yes. Cool. Are there any more saboteurs? No. All right, so now we have successfully root cleared money and wealth for this collective. Those are two really powerful root clears, okay? You will have a shift from that, 1,000,000%. Yes. All the body responses are totally normal and expected. Okay. So I want to teach you statement clears now. So statement clears are these handy dandy little clears that all of my clients that know how to self-clear become addicted to, like Mallory. And it's like, once you do this, you will become addicted because you will want to statement clear all the things. So what I want to tell you about statement clearing is that it's very important to test both sides. So Isabel feels pain in her right hip. Okay, all right, Isabel, we're gonna look at that because there's something probably stuck there and not moving. Do I have your permission, Isabel, to look at that for you? Hit me with a yes. Yes, my upper body's really, really hot right now as well, just as an FYI. It's a lot of energy, like clearing in this type of, so here's the other thing I want to tell you. It's like, it's why I like to do, it's why I'm really shying away from doing one-on-one spirals. It's like the collective clearing that happens in a container is so powerful. And this is not to say that your one-on-one spirals with me weren't powerful, because you fucking know they were, but it's why my money clearing program, Ouroboros, is a group program. I'm doing individual clearing with people, but we're also doing group clearing. The power of the collective, like, it is intense, and you're all feeling that energy right now, right? Because we set such a strong container coming in here. And okay, so if anyone is having pain in the right hip, you can opt into this. I actually would suggest everyone opt into this, whether you're having the pain or not. It's already clearing out, whatever it is. Fire, earth, metal, wood, water, bladder. It's pissed off. So it's in the bladder points, in the pubic bone, which is why you're feeling it in the hip. So hit that pubic bone point, clearing out being pissed off around, it's one of these two, right? It's money or wealth. So being pissed off around money or wealth, go ahead and hit those points. Hit that point, pubic bone point. Allowing that to clear out. Good, I'm glad it feels good in here. It feels good to me too. I'm like on fire. Look, I'm like actually turning all red and everything too. Now I'm gonna drink this hot lemon water. It's gonna make me even more hot. That's good. Okay. So, these clears are probably the most simple clears that you can do. We started with like a more complex one. We probably should have done the statement clears first, but actually we probably shouldn't have done anything. We did exactly what we were meant to fucking do, and that's it. So basic statement clearing. These are gonna be the day-to-day clears that you can do all the time. The example that we're gonna use for this, and we're actually gonna do it for the collective, is I'm okay being rich. So if you get triggered by rich people, someone sent me a message the other day and was like, I have a real rich bitch trigger going on with you. And so like they were saying I need to do some mirror work around it. So it's like if rich people, if like your idea of rich people trigger you, this is a great statement clear to do. So we're gonna do this one for the collective. So in a statement clear, you're always gonna do the I'm okay with and the I'm okay with not, okay? So I'm okay with being rich, and I'm okay with not being rich. The idea here is that, you know, you want to be rich, so you're okay with being rich, but you want to get rid of any emotionally conditioned attachment that you have to either one of these so that you can be at a place of neutrality, and then you can actually go out and get the thing, right? Because when you have positive or negative transference towards something, energetically, it's gonna stop you from just being open and able to receive, right? So, we're gonna do the statement clears for the group. I'm okay being rich, and I'm okay not being rich. And we are going to test these for the collective. So if you want in, yeah, and make sure you're breathing. So we hold our breath a lot as we're starting to learn this practice. Make sure you're breathing. If you're tensing muscles, like breathe in, release those, right? Okay, so already clearing. This is what a clearing session looks like with me, but by the way, guys, like I'm constantly just yawning. And if you really get me, then I'll start burping, but I'm not a huge burping person. Yeah, you can say it out loud. You can say it out loud as I'm doing it, as I'm saying it. You can say it out loud. And then test yourself, right? So you do the testing too as we're doing it. I'm okay with being rich. No, the collective is not okay with being rich. And so now we're gonna go into testing what the emotion is that's keeping us from being okay with being rich. So fire, earth, metal, dogma, of course, right? So hand points here in the large intestine. I'm assuming, so when you're doing these statement clears for yourself, you may only just have one emotion that's keeping you, but you keep testing until it tests that yes, you're okay with being rich. I'm assuming that because we've got a big group of people here, it's not going to just be one emotion. We're probably going to have to clear several to clear the statement, okay? So, I'm okay being rich. I'm okay being rich. The collective is still not okay, right? So we're going to move on and we're going to test. It is in the water element. Superstition. Really, really common for superstition installments to come up with money shit because it is, and that has to do with dogma, right? They're so associated. It's like, if I do this, then this bad thing's gonna happen, or if, you know, this is where like the greed shit comes in, right? Rich people are greedy. If I'm greedy, then I'm gonna go to hell. Even if we're not particularly religious, it's been fucking conditioned into us, right? So this is superstition in the kidney. So it's the collarbone points. So we're gonna rub here. How do I know if my physical response is because I'm actually clearing or if it's because I'm seeing your reaction? Okay, listen. So here's the thing about clearing. You don't need to overthink it. You're fucking clearing. If you're in this, if you've been drawn into this container, you're in this container, you're doing this work, you're clearing, and that's it. When we overthink it, it's when we begin to get in our way. This work is a therapeutic modality. It is a certified therapeutic modality because it works and there is proof. So come in with the intention that you're going to receive everything that you need to receive, and it just is going to be what it is, and that's it, right? Like, it's working, you're clearing, and that's it. And remember that when we set the intention coming into this container, you set the intention that you were hooking into my energy. And so yes, absolutely you're responding based on seeing me respond, because not only are you seeing me, but you're feeling me and you're taking energy from me and you're receiving the transmission and you're getting all of the juicy wealth transmission, wealth, wisdom, and clearing from this container. So yes, yes to all of those things. Okay. I think I've only had one emotion once. Okay, so I'm okay being rich. Yes, the container is now okay with being rich. It was literally dogma and superstition preventing the container from being okay with being rich, right? But now we also need to test the other side. I'm okay not being rich. The container is not okay with not being rich. There are some people in this container that want to be rich, bitch. And that's okay. One of them is me. All right, so what is to keep preventing us from being okay with not being rich? Fire, earth, metal. It's in the lung: grief, guilt, regret, letting go, depression, openness. Humility, that's an interesting installment. I'm okay with not being rich. I'm okay not being rich. Humility. So this may be just simply that we've been conditioned, like, be humble, have humility, you know, don't be rich. Like, that's what's getting in the way, and it's like we're rebelling against that particular conditioning. Yeah, that's right, because my nose is itching. So this is the lung point. So it's here. Yeah, that's a strong one. Okay, the container. I'm okay with not being rich. No. Okay, so now we've got wood, water, central, 1, 2. Self-respect, like, have to be rich. How could I respect myself if I'm not successful, right? This is lower lip in the governing meridian. Okay, I'm okay with not being rich. I'm okay being rich, and I'm okay not being rich. Kidney is the collarbone and lung is the muscles here. So it's just the muscles versus the collarbone. Yes, it's super normal. Like, in fact, like, you will often have extreme soreness where you're holding trapped emotion. Okay, with statement clears, you always want to test them again at the end. So I'm okay. The collective is okay with being rich. The collective is okay with not being rich. Yes. So that is a statement clear. Yay! So we've done root clears and we've done statement clears. And we've done a root clear for the collective, and we've done 2 root clears for the collective, and we've done a statement clear for the collective. Whew, I'm burning up. So you could also statement clear, I'm okay with money. I'm not okay with money. I'm okay with, what are some other ones, money-wise? Let's see, let's go back to there we go. I'm okay with receiving, I'm okay with not receiving. You can also root clear receiving. Again, I have put in the group for you a whole list of statement clears and root clears. As you are beginning this practice, do not do more than 3 root clears in a day. I would recommend that you start with 2, no more than 2 in a day. And if you're throwing statement clears in there too, it's like some statement clears and 1 root clear, or 2 root clears and maybe like 1 statement clear. Well, Maria, I feel like instead of saying you feel like you're going to make $10,000 tomorrow, you should just say, I'm going to make $10,000 tomorrow. So I'm going to show you something else that we can do. We're going to move into like my actual clears, and I'm going to teach you the wealth resonance clearing. So we are going to use Maria as an example right now. Maria, are you okay with me testing this $10,000 for you tomorrow? Okay. We are going to talk about integration as well. This is totally going to go 2.5 hours. There's no way we're going to be done at 11. Okay, we need to talk integration. We need to talk 5 bodies. We need to talk wealth resonance. And we need to talk my clears. You know, it's interesting because I wanted to talk about programming on this, and I was going to talk about the dogma, societal dogma, and I was going to talk about superstition. Like, that's what was dropping in this morning. And it's so interesting that, like, I literally don't even need to talk about those things because we just cleared them. Like, it showed up in the collective. So it dropped into me this morning. It showed up in the collective, and now I don't even actually need to verbalize it to you guys because we just cleared it. Like, we just took care of that programming around dogma and superstition without even having to have the full conversation about it, which is the beauty of this work and is the beauty of where I'm going as a practitioner. So I fucking love that shit. Take all of me, do what you need. Okay, we will do with Maria what we will. Okay, so what is standing in between Maria and Maria making $10,000 tomorrow? Okay. Fire, earth, metal, wood, water, bladder, kidney. Fear. So there's fear, deep-seated fear, usually, especially when we're talking about money, like large amounts of money like that. So collarbone, Maria. Everybody else can piggyback on this. You can always piggyback on clearing. You're only going to benefit from it. So the question is, let's just clear this fear out first for Maria. Oh, that's making me have to pee. Is there anything else standing in between Maria and Maria making $10,000 tomorrow? Yes, there's something else. Okay, so it's trust so trusting yourself. It's upper lip. and the nose is itching, so we know that's good. Is there anything else standing in between Maria and Maria making $10,000 tomorrow? Yes. Okay. It's governing meridian, harmony, humiliation, false pride, arrogance. So she's got some stuff there that's keeping her, it's like, who am I to, or who do you think you are to be making that kind of money? Even if she's made that kind of money before, it's like, it actually, maybe even making that kind of money before is what imprinted this installment into her, right? So upper lip. Whoa. As soon as we do this, we're gonna take a potty break because I have to pee. Okay. Is there anything else standing in between Maria and Maria making $10,000 tomorrow? No. Maria is free and clear to make $10,000 tomorrow? Yes. Maria is okay with making $10,000 tomorrow? Yes. Maria is okay with not making $10,000 tomorrow? No. Okay, so we got to clear that up. Fire, earth, metal. Shame. So if she doesn't make it now, she's going to feel ashamed. Hand points here in the large intestine. Oh yeah, Maria, there you go. There's the spirituality. There's the spirituality bit. You need to do Ouroboros. Clear all that shit up for you. Just make all the money all the time. Okay. Maria is okay not making $10,000 tomorrow. Yes. Maria is okay with making $10,000 tomorrow. Yes. She's okay with not making $10,000 tomorrow. Yes. Okay, so here's the thing. This doesn't mean Maria's going to go out and make $10,000 tomorrow, but it means that she's energetically open to making $10,000 tomorrow. I would not be surprised at all if Maria made $10,000 tomorrow. I will be shocked if she doesn't make $10,000 in the next 30 days in a day. Like, it's just like power of the container, power of the intention. She may make $10,000 tomorrow. She may make $9,999 tomorrow. But here's the other thing that we can always check. How long will it take for all the clearing, all of this clearing to release through Maria's system, to release and integrate in Maria's system? Hours, days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this particular set of clearing is gonna take Maria 5 days to integrate. So most likely she's not gonna make $10,000 tomorrow, but she might make $10,000 in 6 days. Doesn't mean that she's not gonna make $10,000 tomorrow, right? It may have been just enough to pop her through, but clearing takes time to integrate. So for Maria, for an integration activity, so clearing is really, really fucking powerful, right? It's really powerful, but it's the, the integration and the tasking afterwards is what really anchors it into your system. So for Maria, if she wants to have a $10,000 day, then she needs to action some steps that could get her to that $10,000 day. So maybe that's a brainstorming session. Maybe that's she has a new offer that she wants to launch. Maybe that's relaunching an old offer. Maybe that's she needs to energetically put herself behind and do a task. She needs to do a physical action that will integrate that for her. So, and you can take this and this too. Thank you. So Maria, like if you want to run some ideas by me, like definitely message me offline for the integration. So for this collective, this class is actually the integration for the clearing that we're doing, like being engaged in this class. And then doing whatever homework I give you afterwards. So you don't need to worry about the tasking, because actually being in the class is the tasking, right? For the money clear, for the wealth clear, for the rich clear, rich statement clear. Okay. We're gonna take a little potty break. Get up, move some energy around, kind of release all that stuff out. And when we come back, we're gonna talk about wealth resonance clearing. I'm gonna teach you wealth resonance clearing. We're gonna talk about integration a little bit more. He doesn't do a good job of talking about integration in the book. There is information on integration in the book, but we're gonna talk a little bit more about integration. And then we're gonna talk about 5 bodies as well. I could have seriously talked for like probably 3 more hours. What the hell? This is crazy. So I'm running to the restroom. I will be right back. Hold, please. I'm back. Hello. Okay, so yes, if you came in late, you definitely want to watch the replay because we did a lot of awesome clearing, and we did talk about the Clear Your Shit book. Looks like this. Link in the file section. Immediately after this live stream is over, go and buy it. But the link is in the file section. Okay, let me. Is this helpful even if I'm not currently an entrepreneur? Is what helpful, Shannon? Is the clearing around money and wealth and receiving helpful, or is the clearing that we just did for Maria helpful? Can you be a little bit more clear on that? I've made massive leaps in my abilities, beliefs, and potential in 5 months. I've followed Leah. She sets a fire in some way, finds a way to burn. Yeah. Okay. Amazing. So we're back. We're back. Okay. What time is it? Can someone give me a time? Alrighty. Here we are. Thank you guys all for hanging in with me so long. This has been a long one, huh? So it was probably frozen for a minute because I needed to send a WhatsApp to Sean, but I'm back. Can everyone send me hearts? Send me a heart love shower if you're loving this class and if I'm back and you can see me. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Thanks for being here with me. We've done a lot of work, so we're gonna get into this other stuff, but I wanna just take a little break and like chat a little bit. How are you guys feeling? What's coming up for you? Oh, thanks. Listen, my hair needs to be done so badly. If you could see a close-up, thank God that the camera hides the gray. I'm getting my hair done next week. It's like, I have so much gray hair and my roots are like, but thank you, I appreciate it. So tell me how it's going and what's coming up for you and how are you feeling, and let's just like have a little bit of interaction because I feel like I've been talking at you. I've just fucking overloaded you with like heaps of information. I really want you to get the book because well, somebody just said they liked my highlights. Are we talking about the highlights of the class? No, Sibylla said my highlights look amazing, so of course I was gonna respond to her. Listen, I'm okay with being superficial and being spiritual, and I've cleared that shit. So I am super okay with talking about eyelash extensions, microblading, anything having to do with beauty and hair, and I can still be spiritual as fuck because I've cleared that shit. My eyeballs itch a lot. Lots of stuff itch on me when I'm doing clearing. My eyebrows, my eyes, like in here, my nose always. Eyeballs. My impatience to be a boss witch like you and do group clearing. Yes, let's do it. Everybody become clearing practitioners. Spiral the world, I say. Spiral the world. Am I frozen for anyone but Tara? Yeah, so clearing can definitely create headaches as well. So just know that like it's processing the energy out. And if you've got headaches, if headaches are showing up for you, you may have stuck emotion in large intestine. So this is a really great point to move headaches through. You can also rub the ESL points, but if you've got headaches, definitely rub here in the large intestine points. Whole body integrations completely channeled your energy for 90 minutes. I'm still buzzing. Amazing. When I'm doing clears, I lock on the emotion, unlock on everything else. Does it matter as long as it's consistent? No, Anita, that's right. So if you're locking on the emotion, and I would actually switch it though, because, and it may be that something in your meridians are, like your meridians are flipped in some way. So I would set the intention for it to be the opposite, because then you're just going to be unlocking on everything, and that's a pain in the ass. You want to just unlock on the one that you need to, that's weak. It should be you're unlocking on what's weak, right? So try it right now to set the intention for it to unlock on the weak emotion and see if that works. Yay, I'm so happy, Laura. Feeling so good. I'm very happy I joined. Feel a lot of release, and even though this particular thing is all new to me, I know I'm right where I should be. Yay! That makes me so happy. I don't know why, but I've had some resistance to self-clearing. You know, I think it's a little bit hard. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not frozen for anyone else. Yeah, rubbing the points. Rub these ESL points if you're experiencing weird emotional symptoms. And if this is a first time for you of doing this kind of work, like just know we did a lot. Like it's intense. And so, that whole hip thing was an amazing deal. I've been trying to cure hip pain for about 1.5 years. Right at the moment, I was doing some weird stretches I never do. I think you fucking cleared it. I mean, this stuff is powerful. Because I'm an overdoer, I feel like maybe I'm supposed to be doing more like right now. Is there more I should be doing than the clearing? Okay, so here is another little life hack. Here's something that I do all the time. I love that you brought that up. I'm trying to take a little bit of a break because I really want to get into the wealth resonance clearing, but I'm feeling like we're needing to move some energy and clear some energy out. This is a good clear to do that, or to sort of look at and check in with ourselves. I mean, literally, if you feel like you're clearing too much, you can literally test, am I okay to keep clearing? Yes. If it's a no, then you may want to chill, and then you can come back and watch the replay and do the rest of the clearing. So like test yourselves. Why doesn't everyone test yourselves right now? Am I okay to keep clearing today? So I'm a yes. And then let me know what you get. So, but Brandwin, is it Bronwyn? Bronwyn. I'm saying Brandwin, but I don't think that's right. I think it's Bronwyn. So Beth, we'll talk about wealth resonance clearing in a minute, and that is kind of what you're going to want to do to get to that $1,000 a week. Yay, Shannon, I'm so glad you decided to do it. Megan, just set the intention to come back down into your body, get up, maybe do some jumping jacks or squats or something to get back into your body. Having resistance to quadrant clears. Yeah, we're not gonna cover quadrant clears on this call because that's a little bit intense. That's an advanced clearing class. Maybe I'll do another one, we'll see. I think everyone just needs to come do Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game. Yes. Yes, good to go. Brandwin. Okay, I said it right the first time. Yes, good. Yes. Okay, good. So Brandwin, we're gonna test right now so this is something that I have to test for myself all the time. And MLM burnout is real, but maybe this will give you the chance to move forward. So I like to test my being versus doing percentage. So a lot of us feel like, this common misconception, one that we're going to be talking about a lot in Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game, is that you need to actually do something to make money. That is a fucking lie straight from the devil. Don't believe that shit. There is nobody made the rule that you actually have to do something to make money. We're going to be clearing that. We're going to be clearing that programming. We're going to be really addressing that in Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game, because it's a lie. You do not have to do something in order to make money. You get to make money and have money simply because you desire it, and that's it. That was actually a line from Amanda Francis that she said in the live stream once, and I had to steal it because it was the funniest thing I'd ever heard. Also, mostly because I don't fully believe in the devil, but if there was a devil, then that would be a lie straight from him for sure. So you don't have to make money. You don't have to do to make money, right? And in fact, for most of us, being, especially if we're entrepreneurs, being helps us make more money. For me, the largest financial days in my business have been on my days off. And that's it. So, I often will test what's my doing versus being percent so that I know what I should be doing. So for me, I'll test my own right now, right? So being versus doing. For being, I should be at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, this is high for me. I'm usually 60-40. I'm usually 60% being, 40% doing. I'm 70% being, 30% doing, right? So this is saying it's right now, and it's probably because I'm on this class and I'm expelling a lot of energy and you guys are taking a lot of energy, and that's great, but it's so this is, and then I'll sometimes test, is this for today, today, tomorrow, for the next week? No. For 3 days, 4 days. So for the next 4 days, I need to be at 70% being, 30% doing. So I need to scale back my doing a lot after this class, right? So you just test. I'm Maria, let's see. Maria is at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. You are at 100% being. So where are you? So this is just and is this, let's test for you. 24, 48, 72. For 72 hours, it's 72 hours, do nothing is what that's saying. You need to chill and just take care of self for 72 hours. All the self-care, all the whatever. Because here's the thing, it doesn't mean you're not gonna make money. It just means you need to focus on self. Yeah, breaks on the answer. Mallory, you are at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 90. You're at 90% being, Mallory, so you're close. And here's the thing, I'm testing you through my lens, right? So sometimes our numbers are gonna match and sometimes they're not, because I'm testing you through my energetic lens, but we're all fairly connected right now. So, but also you do a lot. Yes, I do a lot. I do a lot, but I also, when I'm testing that I need to be being and not doing, I stop. know. So sometimes I'm reversed. Sometimes I'm like, I need to be doing more and being less. If you're, so here, oh good, you were able to switch the lock unlock, good. Yeah, Anita, that number feels really good for you. So Beth, if you're like, your energy is so, I need to be doing, then you fucking don't need to be doing, right? I mean, that is like first sign. You don't even need clearing for that, right? This is where I get my consciousness stepping in to question the numbers. Yeah, exactly. Well, our minds will always just fuck with us. Is it okay for me to have sex after this? Absolutely. It's always okay to have sex. I feel it's not authentically coming through. So listen, we're also just like really, well, I don't know if you tested, so that would be 40% being, 60% doing, Casey. This is a little bit more of an advanced clear, you guys. Sometimes it's hard to like conceptualize this. But again, it just takes practice. How do I get the shit done if I'm just being? Well, you may not need to be in 95% being for multiple days. It may just be like you need to take a break. You need to relax. Push energy does not equal money. Yes, so this percentage testing is also how we test our 5 bodies. So we might as well move into that now. So again, with this, because we just did all this clearing, I would recommend that you guys come back to the being doing percentage testing after you've had a full night's sleep, and then test where you're at. Isabel, you're at 10, 20, 30, 40, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're 40% being, 60% doing, Isabel. If what you're testing is what your percentage, what you should be doing. So if you're 40% being, 60% doing, then you should be being 40% of the time and doing 60% of the time. Diana, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5. 75% being, Diana. Okay, so we're gonna move on and talk about 5 bodies. So you want to test your 5 bodies integration after you've been doing clearing, and to see what's like, after you've been doing clearing, you want to test your 5 bodies and see like where you are, right? And this also can help you figure out integration activities if one doesn't come to you right away. So I let my integration activities that I need to do just intuitively drop in. I think most of the people in this group are intuitive enough that you can figure out what your integration activities are. I don't do the being versus doing integration. I mean, I do the being versus doing whenever I feel like I might be out of whack. I don't do it all the time. So if I'm tired or I'm feeling energetically drained, I'll check it, right? But for the most part, I almost always test at 60% being, 40% doing. And sometimes I do more than that, but. So when we're testing 5 bodies, so anyway, you just let the integration activity drop in. Mallory, you're telling yourself that you're not the boss of yourself? I'm really confused by that. So, let the integration activities drop in, but we will talk about like how to integrate here in just a minute. But 5 bodies is a way to see like where maybe you need to do integration activities. So you have your 5 bodies: physical, spiritual, emotional, energetic. Physical, spiritual, emotional, energetic, mental. Okay. Physical, emotional, energetic, spiritual, mental bodies. Okay, so you can go in and test the percentages. So after this clearing, I'm going to test the collective. Okay, so I'm going to see where the collective is. The collective's physical bodies are integrated to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 49, 41, 42, 43, 44, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the mental bodies are integrated to, is that mental or physical? Mental body. Let me write them down. I always get confused. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was thinking physical and mental, so I need to retest that one because they may have been combined. All right, so write these down because what's going to happen is what just happened to me. Physical body of the collective is at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 49% the physical body of the collective. The mental body is at 10, 20, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Mental body's at 17%. Well, it's because the mental body, the mind is just like fucked right now. It's just like, oh my God, what? Like all this energy work, like what? How is this even possible? We can't like reason why this should be working. Like the mental body is having a freak out in the collective right now. Okay, spiritual body, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Spiritual body's at 90%. Spiritually, everyone's feeling good. Energy body is at 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Energy bodies are at 100%. That's really great of the collective, okay? Emotional body, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Our emotional body is at 50%. A lot of emotional clearing work, right? So this, not uncommon for emotional and mental bodies are kind of spazzing out right now because they're in a little bit of conflict with themselves, right? Like totally normal. So in this case, what I would say then is, that emotional body integration is self-care, right? So taking a bath, getting a massage, self-pleasure, having sex if you want. That's great for physical body integration also. So you could hit your physical and energetic there and like take care of those. It'll also switch your mental body off, so it should increase your mental body as well. But like a hot bath, even yoga, like taking care of like emotional, like even just like stroking your body, like, okay, you're okay, we're all right, like this was heavy but we're okay, you know, like really integrating those parts of the body. Mental body, really I feel like what would be best for everybody is to spend some time, and it doesn't have to be like if it's getting late where you are, it doesn't need to be tonight, but at some time in the next 24 hours, do a like journal about what came up for you during this session. Journal about, you know, what you're intending going forward in your clearing practice. Journal about what your desires are around being able to use this tool and technique. Journaling is great for mental body. Spiritual body's fine. I don't think we need to do anything there. Energetic body is great. Emotional body. Physical body, like literally exercise. So good. You could do squats right now. You could do push-ups right now, like getting yourself back into your body, right? But sex is really good. Self-pleasure is really good. Yeah, so that's a way to just test your 5 bodies integration, but it also can testing your 5 bodies integration, the percentages can also help you if you're stuck on what you should do for integration for the clearing work that you just did. So then it's like, so everything that I just told you is all integration, right? For the clearing that we just did. So that's 5 bodies. Any questions about that? Uh, 8:05 California time. Cool. Well, I told Sean that we were No, I mean, I feel like, I think he talks a little bit about 5 bodies in the book. Yes. He does. On 2 pages. So, so Casey, you may be integrated then. Then you're great. Some people may be integrated in all 5 bodies. I mean, there's lots of different types of integration for the 5 bodies. Like for me, my go-tos are physical body is like any type of physical activity, sex or self-pleasure. Mental body journaling is always my go-to in the mental body. Spiritual body can be journaling, it can be like yoga, it can be prayer, it can be mantra, it can be chanting, any kind of ritual practice that you practice. Energy body is like, you can do Qigong, you can, energy body is closely associated with physical body too. So usually if you're doing physical exercise, it will also help your energy body. Aura cleansing, working with crystals and chakras, like anything that's gonna help support and boost and bolster your, meditation. Meditation's good for all the bodies. And then emotional body is like always self-care, massage, anything you can do to take care of yourself. And clearing work is actual emotional body work and support as well. Yeah, and so for me, it's like, I want my 5 bodies all operating above 70%, like, then I'm doing good. If I'm at 100% everywhere, that's amazing. Okay, so I want to talk to you about the clears that I do on a it's 11/11, yay, on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So you're welcome, Crystal. Make sure you come back and watch the replay though, because we're going to be talking, wealth resonance will be huge for you. Wealth resonance clearing. So the clears that I do, I'm doing some type of clearing work on a daily basis. Like not a day goes by usually that I'm not testing something. But as far as wealth clearing goes, I am doing wealth resonance testing probably 3 or 4 times a week. When I first started doing wealth resonance clearing, I was doing it daily. And so I would recommend, if you are really trying to up your money game, that you do wealth resonance clearing on a daily basis. That's how I started my wealth practice. That's how I created this wealth transmission. That's how I got really, really good at like being in touch with what was going on with my 5 bodies when it came to money, wealth, and receiving. So daily wealth resonance clearing for all of you that are really wanting to make this a part of your practice. And then weekly, really looking at where I'm having issues around money. So if it seems like I'm having issues earning, I'm having issues saving, I'm having issues spending sometimes. It's like doing some deep dive journaling really intentionally on a weekly basis around, okay, what's sticky for me around money? What's showing up? And then whatever's showing up, doing statement clears on that or doing root clears if it's appropriate. Most things you can get away with doing statement clears. If it feels like it's something really deeply ingrained and has a lot of like emotional conditioning, baggage, and history around it, then you want to do a root clear. But for the most part, I'm just doing simple statement clears when I'm doing these check-ins. But it's like spending time on a weekly basis, really looking at, where are things sticky? Where am I like? where am I not hitting my goals? Why do I feel like that is? What's standing in the way? And like, and literally like, and if you're not clear, you can be like, you can ask that. What's standing in the way of me hitting these goals? What's standing in the way of me reaching where I want to be right now? What's standing in the way of me earning more money? What's standing in the way of me being able to save? And you can literally go through and test. Yeah, so we did a statement clear earlier. I'm okay with being rich. I'm okay with not being rich. So it may be like, I'm okay with making $2,000 today. I'm okay with not making $2,000 today. And again, you always want to do the positive and the negative. So, you know, maybe it's that I'm feeling like I'm having resistance to paying my bills. And so a statement clear that you might want to do there is, I'm okay paying my bills and I'm okay not paying my bills. And then you see what emotion comes up and then you clear that, right? Yeah. So, and then on a monthly basis, I like to really, so monthly for me is setting my monthly income goals, and asking myself so I'm like, what's my monthly goal? And then I'm gonna do what I showed you guys for Maria, which is, you know, what's standing in between me and the goal. And then I'm gonna look at all of those emotions and I'm gonna clear out all of those emotions. And then I would ask myself on a monthly basis, do I have anything that needs to be cleared around money? Do I have anything that needs to be cleared around wealth? Do I have anything that needs to be cleared around receiving? Do I have anything that needs to be cleared around spending? Do I have anything that needs to be cleared around receiving? We put a list of different money and wealth topics in the file section. So just go through and check on all of those. Like, I'm okay with this, I'm not okay with that. I'm okay with this, I'm not okay with that, right? So what I would actually do is I'd ask myself, I'd go through, and you could actually go through all of these, the ones that are listed root clears at the beginning of the month, and say, is there anything that I need to clear around money? Is there anything that needs to be cleared around worth? Is there anything that needs to be cleared around wealth? Is there anything that needs to be cleared around business? So on and so forth. And those are just monthly check-ins. And then I clear everything like that. And I do that at the beginning of the month. Like when I'm setting my income goals, I'm going to clear what's standing between me and the goal. And then I'm going to go through this list and I'm going to say, is there anything sticky for me in any of these areas? And then I'm going to clear that up at the beginning of the month, right? And then I'm going to go into my weekly check-ins. Is there anything sticking? Are there any problems I'm running into? And then my daily, for me, I do it about 3 or 4 times a week, but for you guys, daily wealth resonance, daily checking in around your income goals, right? And that's what I'm going to teach you, wealth resonance. What if it's a good emotion that comes up when you ask yourself? Okay, so that's a really good question. So when the good emotion comes up, again, it's like you do not want to have positive transference onto something, an emotionally conditioned positive transference, because what will happen is, it's like, let's say what's a good example of this? Okay, let's say I've associated sex. I don't know why I just said sex. I meant to say success because I have sex on the brain now. Let's say I've associated success with some kind of statement clear that I'm doing. I'm okay with being rich, and I've associated success. Well, it's like whatever it is that you've decided success is, it's like you can't be rich unless you've achieved that level of success, whatever you've imprinted and ingrained. So yes, you want to clear the positive emotion, because all you want to do is be at a position of neutrality, so that there's not some crazy scenario that you have to like meet and achieve in your life to have the thing. So, you know, for example, it's like, maybe if I'm just going to use an example of like, I'm root clearing joy, right? And at 6 years old, I had a huge success in a ballet recital, and so I associated, and it made me super happy, and I associated success with that ballet recital, and that made me happy. And then it's like, so unless I'm literally recreating that having success at a ballet recital, I'm having a difficult time experiencing joy. So does that make sense? It's like you just want to be at a position of neutrality with everything. So just look at it always as getting to a place of neutrality, having no attachment to the thing or the emotion at all, being able to be completely objective. Does that make sense? Okay, let's talk about wealth resonance clearing. This is kind of like the last piece that I wanted to go over with you guys. So wealth resonance clearing. This is setting your goals, right? So many of us set monthly income goals. So let's say your goal is $10,000 for the month. The number doesn't really matter, like whatever the number is for you. You set that goal for the month. It needs to be something that you can energetically get behind, right? So like you're not gonna set your goal for $100,000 if you're only making $9,000 a month. But $10,000, yeah, I could get behind that. Or maybe it's $15,000. And so you set the goal for the month and then you ask what's in between you and the goal. And then you are consistently throughout the month going to continue to clear yourself up to that. So here's how we test. So I'm just going to use me for an example, okay? So my current goal is, and I have switched recently. I used to do monthly. Now I'm actually doing daily income goal because I decided I wanted to switch it up and try something different for a while. So every day I'm going to go in and say my current daily income goal is $2,550 a day. So I'm going to go in and say, okay, what am I currently energetically open and available to making today? 10, 1,000, 2,000, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So today I'm open to making $6,700. So it's not an issue. So I don't need to clear anything. Right now I'm energetically open to making, probably because we've been doing all this wealth clearing, I'm like through the ceiling, right? I'm energetically open to making $6,700 today. So I don't need to clear. But let's say it was 1,000, right? Instead of the 2,550. So then I'm going to say, okay, so what's standing between me and where I am right now at, say I tested at 1,000 and 2,550. And then I'm going to go on the emotion chart and I'm going to be like, okay, it's low self-esteem in the spleen. And then I'm going to clear that out. And then I'm going to test it again. So then if I was at 1,000, I'm going to be like, okay, now I'm at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm at 2,000 now, right? So now I'm going to go, okay, what else is standing in between me and 2,550? And I'm going to go down and it's going to be like wood, gallbladder, boredom, I'm bored. Okay, so now I'm going to hit the right bra line there. All right, clearing out boredom. And then after I do that, I'm going to be like, okay, I'm at, you know, if I was at 2,000, now I'm at 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so that's 3,000, you know, whatever. Now I'm at 3,300. Great, I've hit the thing, I'm done. That's my wealth resonance clearing, right? I don't ever feel the need to really do integration on daily resonance clearing because it's a regular practice that you're doing and that you're actioning through the day is actually integrating you. And you've done a big goal setting usually at the beginning of the month. So now at the beginning of the month, I'm like, I'm gonna make $2,550 every single day. That's my beginning of the month session that I'm doing. And then every day I'm going through and clearing myself to 2,550. If you had set a monthly goal, you would be checking every day on where am I, what am I energetically open to making this month? So if your monthly goal was 10,000 and you're coming in at like 45, it's like, okay, well, what's in between me and 10,000? And you want to keep doing this daily wealth resonance clearing until you're staying around your goals, right? You're not dipping. At the beginning, you're probably going to be all over the place. You want to keep clearing on a daily basis until you are stable, right? And you're staying at, a place of, you know, if maybe you're dipping a couple of $100 and then you could go to doing it like, you know, every other day or every third day. I don't write it all down anymore. I used to write it all down. I think in the beginning it's cool to write it down because you can kind of see the patterns, like get a journal for it, write it all down. I don't anymore. I just go through and it's like get in and get out, right? It may seem to be a stupid question. Why wouldn't we just clear all spots every morning as a practice? Does it lose purpose to do it that way? Because you're clearing specific things that are coming up for you. So it's like, you know, a disagreement with your significant other could have affected this. A disagreement with your boss could have affected this. An interaction you had with someone at the supermarket may have affected it. It's like you want to be really specific in what you're clearing out of your system. We're constantly being imprinted with stuff, and that's why we need to go in and clear and continue to adjust and come back to center and come back to center and come back to center. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about like what's next. I did this class because I have 3 completely epic programs running right now around money, wealth, receiving, abundance, prosperity, worthiness, and deserving. And a lot of you were expressing frustration that you didn't have the ability to or the resources to invest in the programs. So I want to talk a little bit about this because this is the main reason why I did this class. I wanted to teach you how to begin to clear up your money shit so that you can get to the place where you can invest in yourself and really take everything in your life next level because you deserve that. So I've got offers at 3 ranges, and I want to talk to you guys about this, and I really want you to listen to this and tap into this energetically. I want you to go into a place of real soul alignment and energetic attachment right now, like within this container, and I want you to feel into if these offers are right for you. You're gonna know. It's gonna be a soul yes or it's gonna be a soul no, and if it's a soul no, that's great. Like I have no agenda to get any of you signed up into any of these offers, but I do know that what's coming through me right now is completely epic and is going to be life-changing for the people that are participating in these programs. So the first one that I want to talk about is my Wealth Alchemy Mastermind. This, I feel like, is really accessible for all people. It is $111 a month. We are going to be doing monthly group clears like we did on this call, but it's going to be in and down and dirty. Like we're going to be doing like hour to an hour and a half of group clearing, no explanations, just in doing the clearing on a monthly basis. And then you are going to be getting wealth transmission from me throughout the month. There will be live streams, there will be trainings, there will be resources, there'll be downloads, drop-ins during at 222 as we start talking about the offers, right? Yes, love that. As we begin talking, so that's the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind. It's $111 a month. There's no commitment. You can cancel anytime if you're not getting the value that you want to get out of it. So Wealth Alchemy Mastermind, there's the lead page. We have created a special coupon for anyone that paid for this class. You can get $44 off your first month. Mallory will give you the coupon code. We'll also put this in the file section so you can easily get the coupon codes and everything. But you can get your first month for $67 because you paid for this class, and then it just renews on a monthly basis. You can cancel anytime just by giving Mallory 72 hours notice. You actually email our support email. So you can cancel anytime before your payment is 72 hours before your payment comes out. So you're not locked in. So this is a really amazing, accessible way to access me and all of this energy that you guys have been in the middle of on this call. The other thing is, because I'm so fucking excited about this Wealth Alchemy Mastermind, and by the way, this Wealth Alchemy Mastermind, it's not for people, it's just for people wanting to clear up their money shit. I talk a lot about spiritual business and entrepreneurship because that's who I am, and I am going to be talking about that in the group, but you do not have to be an entrepreneur to be in the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind. It's about getting all your money shit figured out so that you can have the life that you deeply desire. Because I'm so excited about this Wealth Alchemy Mastermind, I'm including 2 other bonuses that are valued at $666. You're going to get my Just Do the Thing business bundle. And you're going to get my Boss Witch business bundle. This is like literally hours of content from me on clearing your money shit, creation journaling. I mean, it's epic. So check out the lead page because all the bonuses are listed on there. So $67 today, and then $111 a month using the coupon on the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind.
At the very least, I feel like everyone would be, you know, this would just be amazing and epic for every single person that participated in this call today. Okay? So that's the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind. The next level up is the Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game course. This is starting on April 4th, so in just a few weeks. This course will most likely become my signature course. I'm so fucking excited about this because this is all the information that I'm going to be sharing with you guys in that course. We're going to be going deep into what the conditioning has been, what the programming has been that we've been receiving since we took our first breath on this planet, and how to do the deep dives and identify what's going on and what's coming up for you. We are in Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game. We will have weekly group calls and clearing, and there will be weekly content drop-ins, divine downloads in Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game. Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game is $555. There is a payment plan available for that. And we have a $44 off coupon for Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game as well. Anyone who does Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game is going to get... Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game is... So anyone that does Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game... Do I know what I'm talking about right now? No. $44 off if you did this class. There is a coupon, and there is a payment plan. And so the $44 would come off your first payment if you decide to do the payment plan. The Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game is a month long. It's a 4-week program. And there's the Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game with the coupon on that. So 4 weeks of intensive work, just like we did today with me in Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game. I'm so excited, I can barely handle it. Pre-work will be dropping this upcoming week in Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game. So you want to get in on that now. And there is an amazing payment plan available as well. So then we have the Big Daddy. We have the Granddaddy that like makes my parts tingle when I think about it. Can I add that to mine pretty please, as I signed up to this after signing up to Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game? I'm not sure what your question is, Laura. Laura, message your question to Mallory. I'm not quite sure. And yes, Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game is included in my all-class pass if you have that. So if you have my all-class pass, you are already getting Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game. So you should be super excited about that. Okay, so the Granddaddy program, Ouroboros, the one that makes my parts tingle. This is the next level wealth clearing and manifestation program. This is the program that's going to change everything for the 22 people that are going to do this program with me. This is intensive, deep dive, emotional work, emotional clearing work, literally deconstructing all the programming around money, wealth, and receiving, worthiness, and deserving. This is spiral clearing technique. We will be doing ancestral line clearing on both maternal and paternal side. We will be doing current lifetime clearing. We will be doing past life clearing. We will be doing parallel lives clearing. We will be doing future timeline clearing. This program is not for the faint of heart. It is for people that are ready to completely fucking deconstruct their money story. This is one-on-one level work with me. You will get one-on-one clearing. You will also get group clearing. We will have an amazing container. This program is just going to be fucking epic. Everyone that does Ouroboros, and this is the first time I'm announcing this, by the way, anybody that does Ouroboros is also getting Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game, and they are getting 3 months of the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind. So if you have already paid for Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game and you want to upgrade to Ouroboros, you will deduct what you've paid for Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game, and you can sign up for Ouroboros. if Ouroboros is calling to you, I'm not going to spend a ton of time talking about this because this is a high-level program. It's one-on-one work with me. I will say this. This first round of Ouroboros, I am offering at about 30% of what I'm eventually going to charge for this program because I'm so fucking excited about it and I'm ready to just dive in and do the work. And so the early adopters and the people that are jumping in right now, no, Mallory, please delete that Ouroboros comment. I can do it actually. Sorry, I don't want to drop the payment links on those because I want that Ouroboros is an application, so I want them to message me on that. Several of you that are on the call still are actually in Ouroboros with me, which I'm super excited about. You guys have already committed, and that's rad. So you guys just found out that you're also going to be getting Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game and 3 months of the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind included in your Ouroboros package. But it is application. I do need to make sure that you understand like how deep this work is that we're going to be doing, and that you're ready to fully commit to yourself and the program. It's really important to me that the people that come into Ouroboros be fully committed to the container and to doing the work, because the container is part of what's so epic. As you guys felt here on this call, like that's what we're going to be carrying for 3 months in Ouroboros. So it is like unlimited one-on-one access to me. It is one-on-one clearing with me. It is group clears and calls and processing, as well as downloads and dropping in and all of that stuff. So yeah, and I decided to offer it for less this time, because that's what I was instructed to do. That's what I was guided to do. And yeah, so it's a tremendous amount of value for the price. But it is a higher level investment. It is a 4-figure investment, lower to mid 4-figure investment, right? Depending upon how you choose to act. And there is a payment plan available for it as well. I love a payment plan, so I'm always going to do a payment plan. 33 people watching. I feel like it's a really good place to end. I would love to have you in any or all of the programs. Please reach out to me if you feel Ouroboros is a fit for you so that we can get that process and that ball rolling. I'm dropping pre-work in both Ouroboros. Oh, Ouroboros starts also on 4/4. I'm dropping pre-work in Ouroboros and Mastering Your Spiritual Money Game this week, so you're going to want to get in as soon as possible so that you can take advantage of all of that goodness. And if neither of those programs is right for you right now, the higher end programs, definitely join us in the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind so you can get more of this amazing goodness on a monthly basis. Well, weekly and monthly, but we'll be doing these group calls on a monthly basis. So I love you. Thank you so much for your time. Those of you that have done Spiral and are thinking about Ouroboros, like next level Spiral feels here coming through in the money program. Okay, love you all. Have an amazing day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for sharing this time, setting the intention now that we're just all disconnecting our energy from each other, that we are ourselves and nobody but ourselves, and that no other energy is tapped into our energetic field. I thank you so much for sharing this time with me, and I love you all. Thank you for making this investment of your time, energy, and money into this call and sticking it out to the end. And we will talk soon. Mwah.